Welcome to Sports Geek Throwback. Here's your host, the sports geek himself, Sean Callanan.
G'day, I'm Sean Callanan from Sports Geek, and welcome to Sports Geek Throwback, where I pick out the best bits from the Sports Geek podcast archive. For this week's Sports Geek Throwback, I go back to episode 120 with Jeremy Butler, recorded in June 2016. Jeremy was at the Sale Sharks Rugby Club at the time this episode was recorded. He is now Head of Consumer Business, Marketing and Content at Sydney FC. If there's a way that I can help you, the listener, I would love to. I love working with podcast listeners, helping them solve problems, and doing something that I'm really passionate about, driving revenue from digital. That's why we've developed the Digital to Dollars process. So please, get in touch. In this throwback episode, Jeremy and I discuss building and identifying your customers. Remember, you can listen to the full episode at sportsgeekhq.com/120. Enjoy my chat with Jeremy.
And the other thing is especially in a really a cluttered market and being that challenger brand, you can use those channels to get directly to those Sale Sharks fans that do want that info, and then start building on that fan base.
Yeah, so we got the Sale Sharks rugby fans who want information in a timely manner. They kind of want to know what's happening, what the coaches are saying, what the players are saying. But then we're also using some of the content. We're trying to reach other markets. We need to grow our database, grow our fan base. And we're lucky. We're a very family-orientated sport. Rugby union's got a great reputation, especially in England, for discipline, good core values, discipline, respect. It's a sport that parents want their children to be involved with and understand. Football or soccer over here has had some, not scandals to the extent that I've probably seen overseas, but does have an image problem at times. Whereas we're a nice, clean sport. And one of the things that we saw studying the World Cup data, the Rugby World Cup was held in England in 2015, was the buying pattern and the huge increase in the mums who were buying tickets for children. And we've seen that also in our database, our behavioural patterns, in that we know that a lot of mums are looking for things for their children, their young boys and girls to do. And we're seen as a nice, clean family entertainment. We do a lot of work around junior supporters and also around getting kids involved in playing sport. So it's a nice, healthy environment for parents to come into. But that's then trying to go to a different marketplace rather than just saying the coach believes this will happen on the pitch. It's trying to get a message across, which can be done through some diet advice, some coaching advice, these kind of issues, just trying to attract mums in a different marketplace. And again, that's where hopefully a journalistic eye has helped, because we've been able to go into those markets and we've understood what we need to be saying and how we say it.
And it's also a little bit that you've looked at different customer journeys to how they can become a fan, how they can become engaged with the Sale Sharks. Was that something that you sort of went when you started? You said, "Oh, here is our core. These are the fans that are with us through thick and thin." But like you said, looking at the data from the World Cup 2015, and obviously riding off the wave of that and the success of that in England, doing things like working out the customer journey for you're an 8 to 12-year-old boy or girl, and you want to follow rugby. What's that customer journey look like? What's the journey look like for a mum? How do you get the mums and families involved in the Sale Sharks? Did you go through sort of mapping out some of those customer journeys to figure out what content you could serve to them and how you could start having those touch points to get them involved with the Sale Sharks?
We're lucky in that we have a very good community team at Sale Sharks, which has got 17 members who are out in the community. So we've got some really good touch points. So a lot of the mapping is done through guiding people into the community program, which then is more of a soft sell, which I think people are more comfortable with. Talking about the values of rugby. I think the biggest customer journey, the work that I undertook when I went in was buying tickets. The platform to actually buy tickets is Ticketmaster. We use the Ticketmaster system here, and it's not optimized for mobile. It's a very clunky experience, and I think that was probably one of the issues we had. We had a low conversion rate, and I think we did a lot of work getting people to the door, but then the door was shut. They couldn't access. They couldn't basically navigate their way through.
I'm sure we've got a few listeners nodding their heads as you're telling this story, Jeremy, because it's not a unique one around getting the final sale and having some problems at the ticketing system.
If you like this Sports Geek Throwback episode, please check out the full episode at sportsgeekhq.com. Please share Sports Geek with your sports business colleagues. We appreciate you sharing. We love working with podcast listeners. Please get in touch so we can help your team. Go to sportsgeekhq.com/phone call. All Sports Geek episodes are available at sportsgeekhq.com and all podcast platforms.